Welcome to Oak and Ash Cooks. My name is Lindsey Baird of Oak and Ash Farm, and today is a very special day because I am going to be cooking 2 recipes from the book A Woman's Garden. This is by Tanya from Lovely Greens. You may know her from her YouTube channel or her blog. And this book is incredible. It's full of wonderful resources. It features 4 different gardens. It's broken into culinary uses for herbs, edible flowers, just all different amazing sections in here. But today we're going to be focusing on edible flowers, and we're going to be finishing off with a 3-mint mojito, which, why wouldn't you do that? So today we're going to be making an edible flower frittata. And Tanya has an amazing section in her book on all the different kinds of edible flowers. I also have a blog post that will be up that will also focus on edible flowers. So today I'm just going to be using a whole variety of edible flowers. I have marigolds, I have squash blossoms, herb flowers like oregano and thyme. I also have some sprouted brassica flowers like radishes, some bluebells, nasturtiums, all kinds of beautiful edible flowers. So for this recipe today, we're going to need a couple things. You need half a cup of diced sweet red pepper, a cup of diced red onion. I had to mix mine with white because that was what I had. 3 cups of spinach, a half a cup of nasturtium leaves, a half a cup of cream, 3 eggs. I have 4 here because they're so pretty. You're also going to need a cup of edible flowers of your choice. I have a nice variety here. We're going to top the whole thing off with some cheese and put it in the oven. So the first thing we need to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Very simple. I'm going to put Tanya's book over here, and I'm going to turn a pan over medium-low heat and get that going. I'm going to add my oil. All right, so I have my 8-inch skillet heated with some oil in it, or it's getting heated, and I need 3 golden yolked eggs, and these are beautiful local eggs, as our eggs are not ready yet. Our chickens aren't quite laying. All right, I'm gonna do a half a cup of cream and the salt. This is 3/4 of a cup, this is 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just gonna stir this until it's incorporated, but I don't wanna whisk it. I don't wanna whip too much air into it and then have it fall later. All right, and then I'm gonna store this in the fridge until we need it. The oil is starting to shimmer. I'm going to add my onions and my sweet bell pepper. Give this a little stir. And we just want to cook this down for a few minutes. Now, one of the really amazing things about Tanya's book is she's featuring other women's gardens, not just her own, women who have a specialty in all different things. I'm just going to show you a little section from her book. So the edible flower section, which is my personal favorite, has Jan Billington from the UK, and she has an incredible garden full of all different edible flowers. Another great thing in this book is the gallery of edible flowers, and you have things like borage and rose and scented geranium. So it's a really great guide because you can use any of these flowers and they're all going to add a slightly different flavor to your frittata. All right, so now that the onions and the peppers have softened a little bit, I'm actually going to turn this down. I've got it on medium heat. I'm going to put it on medium low. I'm going to add my spinach. I've got 3 cups of spinach. and half a cup of nasturtium leaves. I'm just going to stir this around and wilt them a little bit. In the meantime, I am going to get my flowers ready. Now I had to kick a kick a honeybee out of here who was still trying to collect all the nectar, so I just let him do his thing. I have these beautiful marigolds in all different colors, and I am just gonna pull the the petals off of them. I also have nasturtiums I'm just gonna throw in whole. These are bachelor's buttons, or blue boys, as they're called. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna pull the petals out and just add those. We're gonna toss this into the egg mixture in a moment. Cook this down. Just until everything's wilted a little bit. This is gonna have a lot of color in it. Oh, I have a bug on me. All right. I also have, these are probably one of my favorite edible flowers. This is actually the flower from an arugula. They are really peppery and they smell really good and floral. I also have, this is a sprouted radish. I'm actually letting some of them go to seed pods as well because those are also edible. And this is a member of the brassica family. So these are edible. I also have loads of beautiful violets in a multitude of colors. And an oregano flower, which I kind of felt bad about taking because the bees love this. All the different pollinators love it. I even have a wild wood sorrel with a little flower on there. And let's see, what other little treasures do I have in here? A rose. Smells amazing. I'm just gonna pull the petals off because I'm gonna use the hips for tea. All right, I'm gonna turn this down to low, and I'm gonna get my eggs out. And going to put these right in here. All these beautiful flowers. I also have a cucumber flower, very pretty, which is a member of the curcubite family, which is also the same as a squash blossom. And I'm gonna pull this apart. Just get all the different little flowers in here. This is gonna be quite colorful. I've also picked some pea shoots and pea blossoms. I'm going to be serving this frittata along with a simple salad with very pretty pink celery and some baby carrots and my herby shallot dressing from a couple videos ago. All right, let's make sure we have everybody in the pot here. Just going to give this a quick stir and add it to the pan. All right, just gonna cook this for a minute and then I'm gonna pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes until it's just set. Okay, to go with our edible flower frittata, we are also going to make a 3-mint mojito because it sounds delicious. Now, Tanya uses 3 different varieties of mint. She likes apple mint, chocolate mint, and strawberry mint, which sound delicious. I don't have those. What I do have is pineapple mint, spearmint, and lemon balm, which isn't technically mint, but it is in the same family, so I figure it'll be good. So you need 6 sprigs of that. But to your wonderful Molly Hatch glass, you're going to add your fresh lime juice, 2 tablespoons. It was about the equivalent of 1 lime. 2 teaspoons of sugar. And then you're gonna add your 6 sprigs of mint. This is gonna be a bit of a stretch in this glass. And the aim is to bruise the mint, but not crush it or tear it. So I'm just gonna use my muddler. You can also use the end of a wooden rolling pin, which Tanya suggests, which is very smart. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna add in 3 tablespoons of white rum. Give it a little stir. And I'm going to put, just take this out of the way. Actually gonna use a little spoon to stir it. So I'm gonna stir this and just help get the sugar dissolved. Stir it around a little bit, get all those flavors melded together. And then I'm gonna add some edible flower ice cubes, because why not? And I'm gonna top this whole thing with soda water. And just give it a little gentle stir. It's kind of too small of a cup for this, but that's fine. I'm gonna give it a little more lime juice. Oh yeah, that's super yummy. All right, let's check on our frittata. All right, so my frittata is cooked. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna let this cool. And I'm gonna dress my salad. All right, so I'm just gonna dress my salad with some of my herby shallot dressing from a couple videos ago. It's also going to be in my cookbook. Just give it a quick toss. And this is just some butter bib lettuce with some pink celery from a local farm and some pea shoots. Get that on there. Dress it with a tiny baby carrot. And I'm going to top this frittata with a few more edible flowers to give it some more color. This has been cooling for a little bit. I also do have some pea shoots in here as well. All right, so this has been cooling for a few minutes and I just can't wait any longer. Let's give this a try. So many beautiful colors. Give it a taste. It's so good. All the different flowers add all different flavors. We have our 3-mint mojito, which is delicious. You can taste all the different mints in there. So there you have it. That is 2 recipes from A Woman's Garden by Tanya Anderson. Tanya, thank you so much. This was so much fun. This book is beautiful. It is amazing, full of so much wonderful information. I have included a link if you want to buy the book in the show notes below, or if you want to head over to our Instagram at Oak and Ash Farm, you can enter to win our giveaway where I'll be giving away a copy of this book for the month of July. Thank you so much for joining us with Oak and Ash Cooks. See you later. Okay. So, I can't do it. So there you have it.